Hey everyone, how are you? It's Makeda Valletta, also known as the Renaissance Amazon. I am live from New York, sitting outside in the park by the river in Harlem. Um, so, I hope you all are doing well. Um, this video is being done live on my IG page, and I will save it and post it to my YouTube page, the Renaissance Amazon. So if you follow me in one place and not the other, be sure to follow me on both pages, okay? So real quick, I just wanted to talk about some things that are on my mind. I talk about a lot of different topics dealing with, sexuality, social issues. I like history, but I'm a critical thinker. And I'm a truth seeker, right? So I have respect for the truth tellers, okay? A lot of people are out here faking the funk. One thing I cannot stand are people who act like they're a certain way or they're about certain shit and they're really acting, okay? People who don't practice what they preach. Actors, okay? And so a lot of us, over the years have, first of all, a lot of people love to say things like, oh, the truth will come to light, right? People always say that. The truth will one day come to light. But a lot of times when the truth does come to light, people aren't ready for it. People reject it. People don't want to hear it. People are afraid of it, right? In denial, aren't ready to think critically, aren't willing to accept that their favorite stars or people that they know, friends or family members, are fucked up people, fucked up individuals, right? So lately, all the stuff that Jaguar Wright has been talking about, at first I kept hearing these different things that Jaguar Wright was saying about different celebrities, and I wasn't really paying attention. And then I started to listen, right? I started to listen to, here, I'm losing my light. Let me see. Okay. So, I started to listen to a lot of things that she was saying about a lot of different people. Now, some of the things that she talks about, like the things she says about Erykah Badu, to me sounds like petty and maybe a little jealousy. But a lot of things that she's saying about the Roots, that she's saying about Jill Scott, that she's saying about Aaliyah and R. Kelly, that she is saying about Whitney Houston, Clive Davis, Diddy, okay, and just a lot of the evils of how the industry works. A lot of this, things she said about Michael Jackson, a lot of it are things that we've heard before, okay? A lot of these people are not who we think they are. And if you look at it, so many people who are in the industry, whether it be Hollywood or the music industry, end up fucked up. So many people. So many strange deaths, And you always hear people, you see, people who are in the industry, a lot of times they don't want their kids to get in it. Why is that? Why is that? And so I feel like it takes a lot of courage to tell the truth. A lot of people, most people are not really truth tellers, okay? Most people would rather follow and go along with the okie doke and try to fit in. Okay, it's not easy to tell the truth. And especially when you're in a certain industry, and I feel like all industries have that side, whether it be fraternities and sororities, they'll want to sit there at an interest meeting telling people we don't haze and it's against our rules when they know good God damn well they haze, okay? So, and a lot of people are going to be quiet about it and never going to talk about it when we all know that they do it. So I feel like, so there was one video I had seen that Jaguar Wright did where she was talking about Darcel Turner, who is the mother of Talib Kweli's first two children. And I saw this video because Darcel Turner was my Facebook friend, and I saw it in the feed, and I saw Darcel Turner post Jaguar Wright's video praising her for telling the truth. co-signing what she was saying about Talib and about her, okay? And then went on to listen to Darcel's interview where she spoke more in depth. And I can say, a lot of artists are narcissists. A lot of people, and if you don't know what a narcissist is, look it up, okay? They're not just people who are full of themselves. They're actually fucked up individuals who do anything to get by and anything to get put on. They use people, okay? Destroy people. And I do think that there are a few good individuals in the entertainment industry, but a lot of them are not good people. And so I haven't listened to everything that she has spoken about, but I've listened to a lot of it, right? And she's kicking a lot of truth. And then when you have Diddy's ex-bodyguard also co-signing on a lot of the things that she was saying, okay? So there's a lot of fronting going on, you know, and I don't, that's not new information for me, you know. But I just feel like I myself, over the past couple years, have been thinking, especially since Nipsey Hussle died, I've been thinking that the entertainment industry is a lot more fucked up than people think. And when I say the entertainment industry, that includes the NBA. That includes big sports, because that's also the entertainment industry, okay? So there's a lot of fishy things, you know. I feel like that happens when people don't want to play the game. To the people who don't want to play the game. A lot of blackmailing that happens. I remember when I was in my early 20s, and I remember talking to a male friend of mine because there was, moments where I was doing a little modeling. I was working with other artists, you know, training them or doing choreography or whatever. And I remember speaking to a male friend of mine about how annoying it was that men were always trying to come on to us. You know, like men are always like trying to come on to us, like no matter what we do. I remember a guy friend of mine said, it's not just the women. They do it to the men too. You know, so you have a lot of homosexual acts being forced on people or being put in people's face. Do this if you want to get this, okay? And we've all heard this to be the case. But I think it's the case way more than people think. You know, and there's a lot of shady shit with Diddy and Bad Boy. What she said about Tevin Campbell, a lot of it is the hard truth. And when people think about who they're supporting, you know, when it comes to music and what they're supporting, you know. So, I mean, and when you have people who, I mean, even what she said about Tupac, where she said that, you know, people tell her that Tupac was telling the truth right before he died. And she said, yeah, one difference between me and Tupac is that she's military trained and he's not. You know, he had to depend on the people that was around him to protect him, the very people who could turn on him. And that's a good fact, you know, because with Tupac, I felt like he was running around with the wrong crew, trying to be something he wasn't, you know, and I feel like that led to his early death. You know, this industry is not what people think. None of these industries, you know. And when people love someone, like there's certain artists that people just think, like a Talib Kweli, oh, he's such a great guy and he does all this conscious hip hop. A lot of artists, a lot of people hide behind their art. You know, they create a facade. You know, they create this image of who they want you to think they are. And in real life, that's not who they are. In real life, dude wasn't there for the kids. You know what I'm saying? That's not commendable. You can make all the pro-black, beautiful, black queen hip-hop you want. If you're not there for your kids, you're fucking up. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people be out here just faking the funk. So I think it's very interesting. I mean, even when we talk about the kids being molested in the industry, we know that this is, you know, been a thing. And there's many R. Kellys. And Jaguar Wright talks about how Michael Jackson was molested, you know, how he was sexually abused as a kid in the industry. And I believe that, you know. So I just feel like this is 2020. People keep saying this is the year of, you know, seeing clearly now, you know, being the truth coming out. this is what this year is supposed to be about. And it's coming in so many forms. You know, it's just that sometimes we have to observe the obvious, you know? And you can't be so stuck on this image of, you know, how you want to see people who are entertainers, who you don't know. You know? I look at people's actions for real, you know? Even a lot of the sexuality stuff, now it's more okay for artists to be real about their sexuality. That's why I respect Tiana Taylor and Kalani. You know, both of them have daughters. If you haven't seen their music video, the song that they did in their video is beautiful. But also when Tiana Taylor performs, she gives lap dances to women. Like, she's not trying to hide the fact that she loves women. And that's why I never tried to hide that, because I'm like, if there are other girls or women out there who are like that, you know, like, if more of us are real, it might encourage more people to be real. We don't need to be fronting for what? I'd rather live out loud, you know what I'm saying, and be real about the shit. And now, in this day and age, it's much easier to do it. So when Jaguar Wright says, if you're still doing that now, then you just want to be a liar. And I agree, you know. Even though I don't think talking about people's sexual preferences, you know, or what they do sexually is really anybody's business or a valid form of attack, but I'm just saying, just talking about the truth. So I'm losing my light. I'm sitting here by the beautiful Hudson River. So I think I've made the points I wanted to make. There were so many different things I wanted to talk about as it pertains to that, but I think you guys should go check out some of her interviews and what she's been talking about. And I can try to post some of the ones that I listened to below my YouTube video. I think it's actually very important, because it's not just about gossip and trying to make people feel bad. No, it's about the fact that, you know, there's a lot of people who get into this industry blindly. They have no idea what the fuck they're getting into, and they get abused. They get threatened, okay? They get taken advantage of. Every artist has a fucking sob story. Why? And then that's not even the whole truth. I remember hearing shit about Jermaine Dupri and Candy Burris, you know, or him making them do shit. It's a whole lot of shit. So if we actually want to change a system and stop systems of abuse, then somebody has to be strong enough to stand up and call it out. Okay? Most people aren't going to do that. Not in the church, not in whatever other religious institution they belong to. During the civil rights movement, you have black women who are getting raped within that amongst these pro-black men. And when they would try to speak about it, they were told to be quiet because they were interfering with the greater purpose. You know? So all of this corruption and abuse and that shit being allowed and under a mask of I care about my people, then fuck all that bullshit. Enough. So I respect Jaguar Wright for that. I don't agree with every single thing she says. I do think that, you know, with a few people she might be a little exaggerating, but for the most part she's kicking a lot of truth. So, you know. So if you've been listening to anything that she's been saying, let me know what you think about it. You can leave your comments below. Also, if you are on Instagram and you don't follow me on YouTube, be sure to follow me at The Renaissance Amazon on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube and you don't follow me on IG, be sure to follow me at the_Renaissance_Amazon_81. Okay, people. Have a good day. Bye.